Okay, I thought I would do another video because I don't really like the ones that the iPhone does, because it's just a little, like a sort of little bit down the middle. So I've done it on my camera so you can get a proper look, and I thought I'd do a better look around. So obviously this is the herb and flower garden, but it needs weeded, but there are some bits and pieces coming through. I've noticed that there's some lavender and the mint starting to come through, and just bits and pieces, and the buddleia at the other end obviously has got lots of leaves on. So this is what I've been doing this afternoon. I've just dug this bed over because the horse manure man's just been, so I'm going to put some horse manure on there. So that's this side. Obviously we've still got the black plastic on there, and it's about 3 o'clock now, so I'm not going to have time to dig any of that, but hopefully next weekend I'll start digging some of that. I've got a fire going, so if I get covered in smoke, you'll know what it is. And then I've got a couple of boxes here that I'll be probably putting carrots in. I usually try carrots in there, and I'm not very successful with them. And then these are like some little broccoli, some little yellow broccolis, that I think they're ready to be picked really, but they're quite sweet. But I've got quite a few of them. So I've got some kale in there. I've been pulling some kale up. I'm going to make a soup, so I thought I'd take some with us. I've dug up that little bit of the garden, and then I've obviously got some onions in here. This bit all needs dug, and then that's just the other end of the fruit cage, and then I'll walk down here, and obviously there are all the compost bins and everything. So I'll come along here, because this is where we've got like 3 compost bins, and that's just the wood pile that we're getting rid of. That was right up to the top of the chicken run, so we've got quite a lot down. It's took about 3 big fires, and obviously this is the chicken run. Where are you going? This is the chicken run. Don't know if you can see it there, but we've got a lovely buddleia there, just in the corner, and it's a lavatier. It's a lavatier, and it's got loads of leaves on, so that's going to be beautiful. And then that's their dry area over there, which has remained dry, so that's good, even though quite a bit of the roof has come off. But that's their little climbing area, and then that's their little house. So I need to get into there next month, get all that cleaned out, and then obviously this is the rest of it. So that's the chicken run, all ready for the girls coming back next month. These were like potato planters, as you remember, but I planted them too late and it wasn't very successful, so I'm going to try it again, but put them in earlier. Probably my black potatoes I might put in there, and then I'll know where they are. And then, as I said, I've got a few garlic and that in there, and I don't know what I've got at the end of there. It's obviously something because I've got netting over it, but I can't remember what I've put in. And then the potager, as I said on the one yesterday, I've just got some garlic in, and if you can see, there's a couple where you can just see the onions coming through. I think the birds must have got most of the onions, but you can see a few of them coming through. In amongst the weeds. I need to get them weed. Oh, there's quite a few actually. I noticed all them yesterday, so that's quite good. And then kale in there, different types of kale. Usually I use that for the chickens mostly, but I've got a feeling it's going to seed those big ones, so I might pull that up once we've got the fire. And there's the fire going. Look, lovely. Bit smoky because all the wood's wet. And then, obviously that's my lovely rhubarb darkness coming through, so I'm chuffed with that. And then this is just a little border that I've got along the polytunnel. And at the minute, I've still got a little bit of kale in, and there's some little, just some little Swedes in. They're not very big, and they're a bit long. But, and then these are the carrots from last year, but they weren't. I think I had too many in, and as you can see, they're tiny, but I think if I don't put as many in, we might get quite a good crop this time. So this is the other side, as I say, where all the plastic is, And then this is one of the raised beds with still got leeks in. So I'll be pulling some of them because I'll be making a leek and potato soup. And then we've still got some chard in there. And then this is just our little, where we keep all our canes and wheelbarrows and bits of wood and things that we're going to use. And that's obviously one of the polytunnels, but we haven't got anything in there at the moment. And then this is the one I took it in yesterday. Obviously there's the fig, some nice little buds on, and the blueberry, and that's the grape. And then you have a look at the Swedes in here, they're a little bit bigger, so we've got a few of them still. And then the rest of those beds I just need to dug over in the next couple of weeks, because we can start planting here because it's lovely and warm. The sun's out today, so it's really nice. And then they're just the sheds, and that's the wildlife area. And as you can see, well, you can't see very well because of the sun, the ponds are really high. And then obviously that's where we've had a bit of a disaster, and the whole of that part of the fence has just come down. So that's the first job once we get a few days. And then we've got the greenhouse there that's just ready really for the cuttings. And this is the other end of the herb and flower garden. That's a lovely, that's a white buddleia, and you wouldn't believe the amount of butterflies we get on there. They absolutely love it. And the bees, lovely bees. And then this is passion flower, and as you can see it's climbing up there, lovely new leaves. And I think that's about it. And then we're back to the lovely shed. That's it. So I hope you've enjoyed that better look around the garden. It's a bit sunny, can't really see. I'm going to try and get a full length one, but you can't see it. So I hope you've enjoyed the look around the allotment. It's a bit better, at least you can see the full length of it. Okay, thank you now, bye.